trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than imagine. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. My girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Keep 6-6. Pull it high.
From the gun, here's Goff. And nearly interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for gone. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. 180.
Get that quarterback, D-Lord. Get that.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch twins. Hey, shell. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
What? 120. Nice, sweetheart. Shell. He's coming. Double up. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We go tonight. 120.
51, Mike 51. And what?
They'll try the air now with Goff. Going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. He's got Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after that.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Hold on. Check. Joker.
They run. Abdullah. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
We got it. Watch out.
On the toss, here's Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over.
Here we go. Here we go.
At
Here we
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Completes it right side to Cooper. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw, Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to go for a big play down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard
line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, check.
Gone. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
76. Here we go. 51, Mike.
Throwing again is gone. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jordan Hicks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right. 4 down.
The final shot before break here. Goff. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is gone. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, 57 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's our time.
On first down, Abdullah. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
We go tonight. White 20.
So we got man.
What's that?
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
What's that?
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything.
And the ball is knocked out. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They are going for it. Goff. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Super one.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Strong right. Everyone, you got 4 down. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Value three.
Third and long. It's gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here we go on fourth. Goff. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check. 53. Alert. Watch the run.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think will help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You. What's that? 51%.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Mike. 53. Mike.
Alert.
Set the time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Where's 52?
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015